How's it going, my friends? It's iVolt, and today we've got a pretty good discussion video, I'd like to say, because we're really talking about how is Vegeta gonna catch up to Goku now, because something happens in a tournament, right? Something terrible happens, which pushes Goku to break past his limits, and now this form we've actually gotten teased in video format, which looks, I don't know if you know what I just did, but the thing that I did doesn't matter because the form is so good. Okay, the form looks gorgeous, and it seems like that is actually his form. Like, there's not going to be any extra transformation as far as we know. Maybe there is, maybe his hair is still going to spike up to different color, we don't know, but the form looks amazing. And I just want to talk about this because Vegeta has actually gotten so much character development from the start of Dragon Ball Z to now. We've seen him go from this incredibly prideful and arrogant guy to a guy that has his own family now. I mean, the Vegeta before he blew up against Buu, he hasn't hugged his son Trunks once, and then after hugging him and you know, exploding to save, he did it for his wife, for Trunks, and even for Goku. He just blew up, and you know, he for once he thought about someone else rather than himself, and ever since then he's kind of stopped being so, like, I mean, up high, I guess. Like, he's gotten more down to earth. He's gotten more, he's basically just starting to recognize his own flaws, and now that he recognizes them, he can work on them. And he's also become incredibly driven by his family. I mean, we've seen him go from just training every day to, like, when Bulma was about to give birth, he was not going to train. He didn't care if Goku surpassed him. He's like, I have to be there for my wife, for my new child. And I really like that. I really like that side of Vegeta. I just like Vegeta's character now so much more, because he's just more, I guess, he's more emotional now. He's not like, okay, so if you see, like, in Dragon Ball Z, you'd see everyone standing in a circle, like everyone's together, and then you'd see, like, Vegeta in the background. No, he's now with them. He's so mellowed down, and even in Battle of Gods, he did so many things that hurt his pride to keep the Earth and everyone that he loves from being destroyed, and I love that about him. So we don't know how Vegeta's gonna come back or, like, transform, because we assume Limit Breaker is actually a transformation that is going to be driven by rage. And I kind of have a theory that, I mean, it's not that much of a theory, but if you think about it, this something is going to be worse than, let's say, back in the Goku Black arc, where, you know, where Zamasu, well, Goku Black tells Goku that he ended up, right after he switched bodies with him, he ended up getting rid of Goten and Chi-Chi. So that did drive Goku incredibly angry, but not to this new form. Okay, so that begs the question, what's gonna happen? Maybe the Omni Kings might allow, like, you know, people to be able to wipe each other out, and then Frieza and Hit might be able to do their thing, because Hit is an assassin, and Frieza, you know, Frieza just, he's been like, he's not been alive for a very long time, so you know what he wants to do. But Vegeta, I think, in order to catch up, I don't know what he can do really, because this form is a limit breaker. This is Goku beyond his limits. How does how does Vegeta catch up to that? Does he go through that same pain as well? What can he really do? Well, I'd just say give Vegeta a different thing. Let him go down a different path of forms or something. Maybe let him perfect Super Saiyan Blue. I don't know how, but maybe with a perfected Super Saiyan Blue, he could be on par with Goku's Limit Breaker, or maybe this Limit Breaker thing is a one-off thing. You know, we don't know that, because as far as we know, Goku pushing past his limits might be tremendously bad for his body. It might actually, like, something terrible might happen to Goku after he uses that form. We don't know, because this form looks something like akin to that of a god in Dragon Ball. Like, Goku looks like he surpassed the mortal barrier of his own body, and I mean, even Goku Black was like, this body is limitless, it has limitless potential, so that says something about Goku. So Goku might end up being on the level of a god of destruction. I did a video talking about if he should surpass Beerus, which is on my channel if you want to go check that out. But with Vegeta, he's gonna have to find a different way, because just going through the hyperbolic time chamber and back out does not help. First of all, it ages him, and it might not be visible on the outside, but on the inside, you know, he's racking up them years, because he's gone through the time chamber a few times in Dragon Ball Super. So I don't know, but he's either gonna get the same form as Goku, or they might do something different for Vegeta, which would be pretty cool to see. I would like to have them kind of separate them in the sense of their transformations, because ever since Super Saiyan Blue was introduced, it kind of started to fall out. It's not as memorable as Super Saiyan, maybe because it just wasn't involved in, I don't even know why, but like it just doesn't feel just like Super Saiyan. Also, I do apologize if you can hear that background noise, but I don't know, it just like it's been used against everyone, even copy Vegeta, and you know, it didn't show like that overwhelming power like Super Saiyan did when we first saw it, where he just started like Frieza was fighting back, but by the end of it Frieza was no match, you know. But here we're seeing Super Saiyan Blue kind of get negated by almost everybody. You know, you got Goku Black in his base form punching Vegeta, and then, you know, he goes Super Saiyan Rose and, you know, obliterates Vegeta, and then like you've just got all these opponents to show. Even Hit ended up like one-shotting Goku, and then Goku revived himself. And I mean, granted, after he did beat Goku, but you know, it was a struggle nonetheless. So maybe Super Saiyan Blue, there's like a bridge to a different transformation or something. Again, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I would like Vegeta to somehow catch up to Goku again, because I like them better as rivals rather than, you know, let's say one or the other being in their shadow, you know, because it's so much more fun when you see them both competing, or like, we still haven't gotten to see a fight, an all-out fight between Goku and Vegeta. We've got to see that happen. We've got to see that happen before Dragon Ball Super ends, because if we don't, that would just suck, because they've got their new forms. Teleport them, you know, Whis can make like a barrier around the planet or whatever, oxygen barrier. Go to that planet. I want to see them go all out. Like, that would be incredible. If something bad happens, like the planet blows up, Whis can just reverse time. So, it's not a problem. But, yeah, I still think that Vegeta's going to be able to catch up, but just the question is how. Because spamming the time chamber would, first of all, probably like drive him crazy, because you know that you don't want to be in that place for too much, because like Goku said before, if you stay in there for too long, it kind of, you know, it's kind of like torture to your own mind rather than your body. You might be training your body, but your mind is getting worn out, so you gotta steer clear of that. Maybe Goku can teach him. I mean, Vegeta seems humbled down enough to, you know, maybe accept some sort of help, because he did go to Whis and Beerus to train to catch up to Goku. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe Goku might not, like I said, might not even retain that form, but I don't want to drag this video on for too long. So tell me, do you guys think Vegeta will be able to catch up? And, you know, tell me ways on how he could catch up. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and leave a rating below to support me. It would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody. Peace.